I'm Kate, and today you're going to be watching part 1 out of 2 in the stretch and strengthening videos. So this first stretch that we're doing is actually just a basic one, and we're going to start by just warming up our feet. So you're going to get your feet and flex them and sit up nice and straight, and then point and flex. And make sure you're rolling through the balls of your feet so you're actually getting your feet kind of warmed up. We're going to do this like 5 times. Okay, so now we're actually getting into the stretching. And this first stretch is where we're going to tuck our right leg under, or your left, and make sure that both of your feet are pointed and your back leg is right behind you. And sit up nice and straight, put your arms up, and you're going to go forward. And you're going to hold that for about 15 seconds. And then do that on the left side also. Okay, so now this next stretch, you're going to need to stand up and put your arms up or just leave them down. And you're going to roll down and touch your hands to the ground. And if you can't do that, then just touch your feet or get as close as you can. Okay, so this stretch is very similar to the one that we just did, but this one is on the ground. And you're touching the insides of your feet, the outsides of your feet, and the tops of your feet. So you're going to sit on the ground and touch your hands to your feet, and that would be the tops first. And so you're going to flex your feet and grab like onto your toes, and they can kind of go like that. Or if you're a little bit more, not advanced, but if you're a little bit more flexible and you've been doing this a little longer, then you can touch your hands exactly onto your feet. And you're going to hold these for about 10 seconds each. And so now you're going to do the insides of your feet, which would be here. And you can point them. And now the outsides, which you're still going to keep them pointed. And you can get your elbows to the ground to make them flat. And if you're a little bit less flexible, you can start by holding onto your ankles. The next stretch is called the butterfly. And you're going to sit on the ground with your feet together and your knees apart. And push your pelvis forward to get the closest to your feet that you can. And you're going to start by just pushing, taking your left hand and pushing, or your right, and pushing on the leg. And just pushing it closer to the ground. Already have it to the ground, think more about the rotation. Do this 4 times. And then on the other side. And now you're going to go forward and come up, taking your head first, taking your head first, and doing that about 5 times. So your arms are out in second, and you go down, then take your head up first. And try to get into as close as you can with the flat back and then round forward. Okay, so now we're going to go forward, start with a flat back, and then round forward when you can't go to a flat back anymore. And getting your back flat, and then you're going to round forward into a round back. And you're going to hold that for about 10 seconds. Okay, the stretch we're about to do now could be somebody's best stretch or somebody's not so good stretch. And you're going to open your legs into second and make sure your legs are pointed and your knees are up to the ceiling. Don't make them go back to the wall behind you or go forward to the wall or thing in front of you. And when you're moving forward into second, you want to lift your butt up, and then when you go down, point your feet. And once again, making sure that your legs are there. Then keep going. You're going to hold your hands in front of you, then hold that for about 15 seconds. And slightly pushing your pelvis and butt forward. Okay, so now we're going to go forward, walking with our hands, and go to our elbows and hold that for about 10-15 seconds. Okay, so now try going forward to your stomach, and you're going to hold that for about 10 seconds, whichever you feel, 10-15. Okay, and then our last one, we're going to just push the pelvis forward and get a farther stretch. And then when you come out of it, push yourself back so your legs just automatically come together. You don't want to just slap them right in. That's just bad for them. Okay, so now we're going to go into something called a half split. It's where you have one leg in front of you and one leg behind you bent in attitude. So I'm going to start with my left leg in the split, which this is my bad leg. I cannot do my split on this side. And you're going to go forward and hold that for about 20 to 30 seconds. Okay, so now you're going to go into your full split on that leg. Okay, this is my back leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold that for about 10 to 15 seconds. And do it with the right. And into the full split. Okay, so that pretty much concludes our stretching routine. And if there's anything else you wanted to do, like I know that I normally would do but that's just like what I have on the papers, and so if there's anything else that you feel you need to do, then go on ahead and do that. Please make sure to watch part 2 in this stretch and strengthening video series, I guess, and please subscribe.
You're insecure.